Welcome back to After the Last Dog. I'm Jennifer Opal, and if you're driving home from your salon right now with a pit in your stomach, completely exhausted and resenting the team you hired, we need to have a very honest peer-to-peer chat. You started this business for freedom, but right now, you might be trapped. If you just want to take a day off or even just rest and you feel like you can't step away, because if you do, your employees are going to slack off, sit on their phones, or just ignore the protocols that you've set forth, this episode's for you. Because we all know it's incredibly aggravated to walk in and find that basic, simple tasks like the laundry or cleaning were completely dismissed and neglected by people who are fully qualified to do them. But here's the hard truth that we have to face today. Your staff isn't failing because they're inherently lazy. They're failing because your operational standards, your workflow, and your expectations probably only exist inside your own head. So as salon owners, when we rush in to finish their chores just to keep the peace, or we don't hold them accountable for their inactions, we're not acting like salon CEOs. You're acting as an overqualified, unpaid safety net. And that blind spot is what could be keeping you stuck. It kept me stuck for quite some time. In my business, it showed up as perpetual inability to complete tasks, and it even allowed others to come into the salon and see how that was getting done. And so the conditions became exacerbated and the salon culture slowly eroded. And you can think about what this might be costing you. So if you ask them a million times to do something and they ignore you, it chips away at your peace. You could walk into your own business in a resentful headspace, radiating stress, and it's just about impossible to motivate a team when you secretly resent them. So if you don't fix this pattern right now, you could end up completely burnt out. And that's something you won't notice until it's too late and you're in too deep into burnout and exhaustion. You could end up hating the business that you built with your own hands. But I do want you to imagine a different reality, because it's possible. Think about stepping away for a long weekend and knowing with absolute certainty that you won't walk back into a huge mess. Imagine being completely present at an event with your family with your phone turned completely off because your salon is running like a finely tuned machine without you. You deserve to experience the joy of business ownership again. And to get there, you have to stop trying to manage your team's emotions and start building systems that create consistency and security for everyone involved, yourself and your staff. So how do we bridge the gap between what you want and what they actually execute? We do it by transforming your daily triggers into explicit standard operating procedures. And the very first routine you should build will be the exact task that makes you want to scream when it's left undone, okay? And look, a routine isn't just a generic checklist taped to a wall that people walk past. A bulletproof routine must answer 4 critical questions. First, what is the task? Second, when does it happen? Third, who owns it? And fourth, what does done look like? So let's look at the towels. The what is the laundry. The when could be midday and right before closing. The who gets assigned. So that could be your bather or your closing person. And then the real magic happens in the 4th question. What does done look like? Now, you can't leave this up to their interpretation. In my salon, done meant all the towels are gathered up from around the whole salon. Laundry is turned over, so that means anything done in the washing machine goes to the dryer. All dry towels are folded and stacked on the shelf. And the hamper should never be left over full overnight. Laundry was to have no more than 10 towels to a load. And we use a specific scoop for detergent and a specific scoop for sanitizer. The sanitizer scoop gets thrown in with the wash so that it can be rinsed out and it's not left on the shelf with product sitting in it that could be caustic. The dryer lint filter gets cleaned each time before pushing the on button. So when you provide the exact knowledge of what a finished job looks like, you completely eliminate the excuse of ignorance. Now, I know what you could possibly be thinking, that your staff is going to ignore this, or maybe just sign off on things they don't actually do. And this is where we can build practical execution and total visible accountability into your daily salon procedures. We make the system foolproof, so your team has the immediate ability to succeed without you needing to play the bad guy. First, we physically build the system using tools that keep it highly organized. You print out your daily checklists and you slide them into these specific heavy-duty plastic report covers. I loved using these because they're two-sided. You can use the front page for your opening routine and the back page for your closing routine, along with any other instructional items that your team needs to see. Plus, these report covers come with different colored slide binders on the spine. It's incredibly useful for organization because you can color code your routines by area, department, or room, depending upon how your salon is set up. Blue can be for the bathing room, red for the grooming floor, and yellow for reception. Then you hand your staff a pack of fine tip dry erase markers so they can physically check things off on the plastic as they go. This makes the standard permanent. It makes the daily list erasable and reusable, and physically unmissable. Then, to make this work without you being there to babysit, the operational rule is simple. Done means the tasks are checkmarked on that two-sided report cover, and then we bridge the gap between talk and action using the ZenZap Professional Work Chat app. So if you look at their website, you'll see exactly what they're great at when it comes to employee communications. The ZenZap can keep your business organized because it separates casual chat from work logs. They have an excellent free selection to get you started. Or if you want to use the paid option, it's going to give you a lot more quality and advanced features for your business. I've included a couple affiliate links if you decide to use the paid version of the ZenZap. I would get a small commission. It's part of what helps me continue to provide information and content for you, the salon owners. And I only recommend tools that actually save your sanity. So the process is simple. Your closer takes a quick photo of the completed color-coded report cover, uploads it directly to your team's designated channel on ZenZap, and hits submit. They can do this before anybody clocks out. It takes 30 seconds, gives them a clear target, and it gives you instant visual proof right from your couch. That's if you have your phone on at home, that your salon is locked down correctly. Putting these small boundaries together can help completely change the culture of your shop. But listen to me, new systems die quickly if you don't reinforce them with long-term structure. So if you're tired of carrying the emotional weight of your entire staff and you want to permanently transition from an exhausted babysitter to a confident salon CEO, you need formal SOPs and possibly even formal training structures. This is precisely why I founded the Growing Groomers educational programs and created the first official Missouri Pet Grooming Apprenticeship Program and related technical instruction program. We don't just give quick fixes. We give the deep operational frameworks and staff training models that turn unmotivated employees into highly responsible professionals. I want you to stop running yourself into the ground doing things that your staff is perfectly qualified to handle. You can go to our website and check out our Bather Foundations course. You can build your first routine this week. And you can go claim the freedom that you went into business for in the first place. Thanks for listening to After the Last Dog, and I'll see you next week.